Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. Little bit, okay, no. Let's not even lie about it. I'm flipping annoyed about what I've just seen. West Ham United 3, Chelsea 2. West Ham do the double over Chelsea this season, and they're fighting relegation. They could easily go down, yet they've somehow managed to beat Chelsea twice. Today, we're going to break down this game. We're going to take a look at Chelsea's performance. Ever so slightly different energy to what we're used to here on the George Benson football channel. We're normally a place for optimism. We're normally a place where we focus on the good things, because there's been a lot of good things coming out of Chelsea Football Club recently. But today, there's a lot to talk about, and I'm not going to be very happy about it. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I set my alarm for 3 a.m. Woke up, was excited. We go 1-0 up after a VAR decision, which, by the way, we'll get into this in a moment. But what the bloody hell is going on? Football, it's a little bit of a joke. It may have been offside according to the rules, but we'll get into that later. I do want to ask you, though, to subscribe to the George Benson football channel if you haven't already done so. And even though Chelsea didn't win the game, hitting the like button on today's video, it helps me out here on GBFC. So I'd absolutely appreciate it if you could. As you can see on the screen, we've got 2 greens, 1 yellow, and 3 reds. We could easily have more reds, but I've decided to try and take an optimistic angle again. The first box, though, is the brightest spark in this Chelsea team. He's the man who Gary Neville himself said in about the 63rd or 64th minute, if Chelsea can get the ball to Christian Pulisic in and around the 18-yard box, they will cause West Ham trouble. Yet again, you technically could say that Christian Pulisic got himself 2 assists today. He took on Bonner, or I think it might have been Diop for the penalty, goes down, it was Diop. Chelsea get the penalty, Chelsea score, Christian Pulisic goes down after another direct run, Chelsea get a free kick, and they score the goal. Whenever Pulisic got the ball again, similar to every single time I've seen him play since this restart, his only thought in his mind is to drive towards the goal. Now, I know there are a lot of people who support the US men's national team from the United States watching these videos. Hello to each and every one of you. You guys have got yourself a player to build an international squad around for a very long time. The man's only 21 years old, absolutely brilliant, and I think that despite Chelsea losing the game, I want to focus on Pulisic again, because similarly to, I hate to always make the comparison, but there was often times when Chelsea didn't play very well, it would be because Eden Hazard didn't play very well. We can't make those kind of comparisons today, because despite a poor performance defensively from Chelsea, Christian Pulisic was an incredibly bright spark going forward. But sadly, as much as I'd love to sit here all day talking about good things, we lost the flipping game to a team in the bottom half of the table fighting for their lives in a London flipping derby. And I need to address this in its entirety, and I'm not going to hold back with anything that I say here. What on earth is Rudiger doing, first of all, to just toe punt the ball out for a corner when A, he's not under pressure, B, it's just flipping common sense in football that if in doubt, you kick it out, but you always look for the touchline as opposed to the flipping goal line. Third thing, corners. Can someone just eliminate them from my mind forever? Can we just never have to defend corners again? I wish that was a good enough answer, but sadly, this is the game of football and corners are a part of it. But Chelsea cannot defend corners for love nor money. Why on earth is Tammy Abraham stood on the post with Azpilicueta, who's about 5 foot something tall, marking one of the tallest players on the pitch? At what point is this ever considered a good idea? It's pathetic. It's stupid, Chelsea. And not only did we concede a goal from a corner just before half-time for a corner that should never have existed, but we did it again just before, and we got very lucky by the video assistant referee. I'm not going to sit here and just use blue-tinted glasses to say, you know what, it was definitely offside. That could have easily been given. And if I'm sat here now doing 6 things we learn off of a defeat where we've conceded 4 against a team that can't really score goals, blimey, I'd have to be calmed down by my housemates, but they're all still asleep, so I'm going to try and keep it down as much as I can. Corners, I never want to see Chelsea defending corners the way we do again. And I think that the painstakingly obvious thing from all of this is that we now know that despite getting excited about Havertz, yes, today was the day that we got Ziyech and Werner through the door, the Chelsea players, the defence needs work. Now I'm going to move on to box number 3, and I think you all know who this is going to be because he scored twice again Emphatic penalty from Willian. I think we've established now that if Jorginho isn't in the team, it's not like we don't have a decent penalty taker. We've seen him do it against Spurs, we saw him do it against City, and again tonight against West Ham. Willian, whether or not you want him to get that Chelsea contract or not, if he continues to do what he did tonight, I'm pretty sure that Frank is going to be pushing for Chelsea to give him that contract, asking Willian to sign it because he's still got something to offer this team. One thing I will say though about Willian is he was one of the main reasons why Chelsea was so slow in the build-up on attacks. So despite scoring 2 set pieces, I had to give him a green box. Otherwise, this would have been one of the most depressing videos of the season. So I am going to move straight on to box number 4, and I have to single out Rudiger for defensive criticism. I've said it countless times recently, I don't think Rudiger could be the first name on the team sheet defensively right now. I was very surprised after Zuma's performance in the last game that he was on the bench. And, well, I've already said it, like, what on earth is he thinking? I'm laughing now because I'm just frustrated, and this is me off this game. Rudiger punting the ball out for the corner. Surely, in his mind, he knows, as a defender, that defending set pieces is the reason why Chelsea concede goals. Why is he putting that out for a corner? You've then got the second goal where it's just a feeble attempt to defend things in the box. And even though Kepa can be given criticism for not coming to claim the ball for that first goal in the corner, Rudiger's movement and spatial awareness and the fact he almost gave the ball away again in the build-up to their second goal. And where is he for Yarmolenko's goal? It wasn't entirely his fault. There's another man I'm going to blame in a second. But Rudiger, other than his ability to act as agent off the pitch to get Timo Werner to hopefully get Kai Havertz through the door, I struggle at this moment in time to see anything that Rudiger is bringing to this defence. It was an awful performance from Rudiger, and I think that Frank seriously needs to consider dropping him completely for the next game this weekend. We move into box number 5, and I feel as though I'm repeating myself again. I feel as though this is deja vu all over again. The moment I give Marcos Alonso praise, he just reminds me as to why the man can't play in a flat back 4. I know that I'm contradicting my statements from one game to another. That's just the nature of my job. That is the nature of football. It's the way things work. But the issue I have is I got out of bed faster to watch this game than Alonso got back at any point ever in his footballing career. Gary Neville said it himself. It's as if he's got 2 speeds. He's got 2 modes. When he's going forward, he's not fast, but he's all right. When he's coming back, Marcus, mate, like, I need a sip of this flipping good H2O stuff. We even have water breaks now, mate. Just take some more of this and maybe you'll run faster. Put some glucose in it, like something, please, Marcus. Oh, it's 5 in the morning. I can't believe we've lost. It was poor from Alonso, and I think in terms of the third goal, Yarmolenko, we know. Gary Neville again, he was brilliant on the commentary today, by the way. We know that these Ukrainian wingers, you've got Konoplyanka, you've got Yarmolenko here at West Ham, they love to cut inside whilst playing on the opposite side, but it's irrelevant because Alonso was nowhere to be found, and there's not really anything Kepa can do about the goal. I know that whenever Chelsea lose, it's very easy to throw everything on the goalkeeper, but in terms of the first goal, yes, he's as much to blame as anyone else, but the second and third, there's nothing he can do. It was just dreadful defending. So box number 6, if I try and wrap up this video with something positive to move forward, Chelsea did dominate large swathes of this game. However, the only stat in football that matters is the goals. The only way we're going to score more goals is if we stop being so bloody slow in possession. We need to start taking more leafs out of the Christian Pulisic book, where the only thought is to drive at defences. We know that Willian can do it, he just doesn't do it often enough. He was trying to take on Cresswell and then he was often getting out-muscled by Lanzini. That isn't good enough for me. Ruben, I don't want to scapegoat him for too much criticism, but he seems to have lost that ability to be in the right places, to collect the ball in the middle of the park and then drive at defenders. I think Ruben looks quite lost on the pitch right now, but Chelsea are just so slow with the ball. We don't move it fast enough. We're not looking up quick enough and we're not making decisions, even risky ones. Like, there was opportunities that we had. We were trying to get the ball into the box again more towards the end of the second half, but it is not done quick enough. Chelsea are too pedestrian, which is why I've stuck a flipping snail and the pedestrian sign. Like, what has happened over the last few days? This is not the result we wanted, and hopefully it's not going to ruin what has been a very good run of form for Chelsea and a very exciting period for the club, particularly for us here on GBFC. I know you guys have been absolutely loving the videos recently. The channel is absolutely booming. I do want to ask you to hit the like button on today's video and subscribe if you haven't already. West Ham 3, Chelsea 2. Absolutely not good enough. I'm frustrated with this one. I'm not going to go back to bed. I'm going to edit this, get it out for you guys, and there'll be a brand new video out for you tomorrow. Hopefully, we can put this one behind us. Not good enough. West Ham do the double. Come on, Chelsea. See you later.